Roll sound.
Hi everybody, it's Rosie. I'm going to show you how I get my everyday look using my favorite bareMinerals products. First step, I like to use a primer, and I'm going to just pump out a little bit onto the back of my hand and take a little bit with my fingers, and I'm just going to apply a little bit through my T-zone area. And this really just diffuses the appearance of any imperfections, any fine lines. It feels amazing, this. It feels really like soft and silky. So once I've added that and I've let that kind of soak in for a moment, I'm gonna start with my foundation. I'm gonna use the BAREPRO foundation, this performance wear in Sandalwood 15. This is 24-hour wear. So bareMinerals is famous for being so clean that you can sleep in it, which I love. And the amazing thing about this foundation is that it's really light and silky, but it has full coverage and it has a matte finish. So you don't have to apply too much powder at the end. I always try to use upward strokes as well when I'm applying anything to my face and my body. I don't know why, it just feels better to always use upward strokes. I don't think it makes a difference, but I want everything to be lifted. Next step, concealer. I love this concealer. It has a 16-hour wear, which means I won't have to reapply it throughout my day. The other day I put this on in the morning and I went out for dinner and I didn't even have to touch up, which I love. I'm just going to apply this underneath the eyes. And I like to kind of bring my concealer like out onto the edge like this. I love to use my hands when I'm doing my makeup because I feel like the warmth of your fingers really helps diffuse the products and push the product into your skin. And actually I find it a little bit quicker as well. Okay, so next step is my favorite step in doing my makeup. It is highlighter. So I'm going to use the bareMinerals BAREPRO Glow. I like to just apply a small amount in the daytime. For evening looks or for event, I like a little bit more highlight, but in the daytime I just like it to look really natural, really luminous, and like I've kind of got an inner glow. So we're going to cheat it a little bit. So I'll pump a little bit on the back of my hands and then use my ring finger and middle finger and just again blend out onto the back of the hand so I kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. And I'm just going to apply this to the top of my cheekbones and pat it in. Okay, so next step is cheek, and I'm actually going to use a mixture of two colors from the NUDE collection. First I'm going to start with the more bronzy color, which is called Beige for Days. And I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to swirl it around. I'm going to tap away any of the excess. And I'm just going to use this like as a kind of a slight contour, very natural contour, and I'm going to take this from the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth. And just using little buffing motions. Almost kind of accentuate your bone structure and define your cheekbones and give you a glow and bronzy look. And I also like to bring it down onto the edge of your jawline. And actually I always bring mine down onto my neck a little bit. Next I'm going to use this more pinky taupey color, which is called Call My Blush. In the UK we call blush, blusher, and I feel like living in the States, whenever I say blusher, people always kind of give me like a weird look, like what is she talking about? So I'm just going to apply this kind of onto the apples of my cheek. One really good way of like measuring that is 2 fingers away from the nose, so your ring finger and your middle finger, and just going from there, and again just using little circular buffing motions up and away. Next step, I'm going to use the NUDE Rose eyeshadow palette. Look how beautiful these colors are, and these are great colors for everyday wear. I'm going to take this kind of big fat flat brush, and I'm going to use Pixie. And I'm just going to put this very lightly all over my entire eyelid. This eyeshadow is crease and smudge proof, so again has this amazing long lasting wearing effect. I'm then gonna go, I'm torn between boho and free spirit, but I think because of what I'm wearing today, I'm gonna use the boho, like this really pretty rose gold color, and I'm gonna take a big fluffy blending brush and swirl it around in the shadow. I like to tap away any of the extra powder so it doesn't drop. And here I'm just gonna go from the corner of my eye and using like little tiny buffing circular motions, just buff it into the center and really into the socket of your eye is where you'll get a lot of definition. Next step, mascara. So I find mascara to be the most transformative step in my makeup. This is LASHTOPIA. This is Mega Volume Mineral Mascara. Look how fat and fluffy that brush is, love. So with mascara, I like to really start at the root and take the brush and just wiggle it back and forth so you really get into the root of your lashes, and then lightly brush it through your lashes. So this mascara is full of nourishing ingredients and free of mineral oil, and it has 10 times the lash volume. And then I like to apply a little bit along the bottom lashes, but not too much. So I just tap it a couple of times. So last step is lips. I'm gonna use the NUDE Patent Lip Lacquer. And I'm actually gonna use this in a shade called In Real Life. I've chosen this shade because it's the closest shade to my natural lip color. I love the texture of this lip gloss because it has a really beautiful shiny lacquer look, but it's not tacky or sticky. And then smush my lips together to really push the product in. And that's it, guys. That's how I get my everyday bare glow.